Oh my gosh, Mel, I've been waiting to tell you this because of your paranormal stuff. But first, I have to say, on my personal channel, I'm doing 25 days of Thriftmas where I am posting a video every day until Christmas, and I'm just consumed with editing. Like, it's a lot of editing. Obviously, I only post normally once a week, and now I'm
Right.
posting and editing a
You're
video every
crazy.
single day. I am crazy. But, we went to an estate sale. Let's just say it said a yard sale. It wasn't advertised anywhere. There was just a sign that we just happened to see, and we were driving down the road, and it was like a long road. And I was like, "Oh my god, maybe it's an old sign." So we kept going, and when we eventually found it, we get there, and it's not a garage sale. It's an estate sale. And I was like, "Oh, maybe there's some good stuff here because, nobody saw it, the
Right.
signs, or it's
Hmm.
not advertised."
Yeah.
We go there, and it is gonna say, I think that the house was supposed to have been, like, abandoned. It was, like, the people that were having it, it was their grandmothers,
Hmm.
and she said that they were using the house as storage, like, people were just coming and dropping stuff off in the house. Like, there had been no, she said there was, like, no HVAC that was running in the house and stuff, so there was, like, possible mold on the walls and stuff like that, you
Hmm.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you could tell the stuff had been there for a long time. As we were walking up, I didn't say anything to Matt, but I filmed this too. As we're walking up, I just got this vibe, like, I don't know, just got this vibe of like, I don't know, kind of like darkness or whatever. And I just was like, oh, I wonder if it's just because of the weather, whatever. So we go in and we're
The
like looking
mold.
around, and there's stuff.
Breathing in the mold.
Maybe. Yeah, it could have been. So we go in and look around, and there's stuff everywhere, like all over the place. And you could tell they had been here for decades, like a lot of this stuff.
Hmm.
So we're going through and filming and finding things, whatever, whatever, whatever. We buy some stuff and then we leave. We were there for probably like 30 minutes. I was editing that video. My microphones, we each wear a microphone. So Matt has a mic, I have a mic, and
Hmm.
I charge it in between each yard sale and each estate sale.
Right.
So there's
Hmm.
like absolutely no way it would like lose its charge.
Hmm.
So we're going through the house. We're going through the house, and obviously, I'm thinking the mics are fine because there's like blue lights and green lights on the mic. So I always check those to make sure they're
Yeah.
working.
Hmm.
And they were working. They were working fine. So when I'm editing it, so there's like five different pieces of footage. The first two pieces of footage are working great. As far as the sound and the audio, or the audio and the video were fine.
Hmm.
I get to the middle one, and it starts going beep, beep. And then it starts like cutting in and out, beep, beep. And I was like, oh no, I wonder if all of the footage is going to be ruined because, I had two more frames or two
Yeah.
more videos.
Hmm.
So I was like, "Oh my gosh." So I looked at the other 2 to make sure they were good. They were perfect. Like, the audio was working great. There was
Hmm.
no problem. So I edited it and stuff, and then I was telling Matt about it, and then I thought about it, and I was like, "You know what? Why would it do that? Like, why would it be messing up in the middle, but then there was no problems for the next 20 minutes of the video?" So I went back this weekend and looked at that piece of footage, that 5-minute video,
Yeah.
and I'm listening to it. It's like go my microphone would go out, and then it would pop back on, and then his would go out and pop back on, and then you would hear beep, 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 and then, whatever, and then later on you'd hear beep, and then beep, 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 and it was only in this one room that it was happening. So I was like, "That's so strange." So then I, like, not zoomed in, but, like, really paid attention to the video to
Yeah.
see if I could see, like, orbs or something, and there's, like, green and blue lights, like, going across the screen, and I, like, dropped my phone, like, as if it was gonna touch me. So it was on my lap. But I was like, "Oh my gosh." And then I paid attention to where those lights were, and then
Hmm.
when we walked closer to that part of the room where those lights were, that's where the beeping and the it cutting in and out got stronger.
Grandma didn't
So
want
I
you
was like,
taking
"Oh
her
my god,
stuff.
maybe." I was just like, "Oh my god, that's so weird."
Yeah.
Like, I just thought that was so strange.
Yeah.
And then that just made me think, "Oh my god, I remember I thought I had this, like, feeling before we walked in,
Uh-huh.
like it wasn't so much heaviness, it was or darkness, it was like a heaviness
Yeah.
that I felt,
Uh-huh.
which I assumed is like a darkness. So, I don't know. That was my, um that was my paranormal
Grandma was
thing, Mo. What do you think?
PO'd. It could be something.
What do
I
you
mean,
think?
stuff like
'Cause you
that
guys
happens.
video stuff.
Yeah, stuff like that happens. Like you have something and it doesn't stops working, or your battery's drained real quick, or and you can't explain why because it doesn't happen any other time. I would say in the summertime, if it's really hot, batteries drain faster, but it's not. It's cool. It's cold out now, so you should be getting all the bang for your buck on your charge. Like if it wasn't a lens flare, like certain iPhone, you don't have an iPhone though. They're notorious for
Yeah.
like a lens flare, but you have to have like a source of light coming at you, and then it'll be in the same. If you move, the light moves, but if you move and the light doesn't move, that's something else.
I don't know. It was moving across the screen, but I don't know. I could have just been reading into it, but it
Mhm.
looked like it moved across the screen and then it kind of stopped
Yeah.
and then streaked the other way. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know.
The
It
only
could have
thing to
been,
look,
I don't know.
the only thing to look for that is like, see if if you were moving, if it was moving with your motion. If it wasn't, then that's something pretty odd. That's how we would look at it.
Oh yeah.
That's cool though.
Yeah.
That
I mean, just
she might not have liked that everybody was in there digging through her stuff. She was,
Yeah, it was definitely weird. And I don't remember there being any lights on in the house either. Like it was just lights from the windows that were
Oh,
coming
okay.
in.
Yeah, I was wondering, was there electricity or anything, or maybe not? Do they have it turned off?
No, because I remember some of the footage I couldn't even use because the rooms were
It was
so
too dark.
Like I just had to scrap it. Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, there was one room that had like 100-year-old books, and I mean they were
geez.
bad. Like
Yeah.
there was a lot of stuff in this house that I was interested in, but the condition of it, of the books and the things, like there was like,
well, if they weren't running the heater, the
there
air conditioner, yeah, they were, and you said decades, nobody's been in there. It's just deteriorating.
I mean, I guess 'cause she said that people would use it for storage, but I didn't. That was just weird. Just going through and seeing that. And,
So, like, family members were just going and dumping their crap there. So, grandma's stuff was already there, and they were just dumping their crap.
Yes. Oh, yeah. It was happening 2 weekends, and I was gonna go back the next weekend because they had a bathroom filled with totes. Like she opened it so I could see. They were like 4 totes high, and it was all Christmas stuff.
Oh, geez.
And she was like, "We have a bunch of Christmas stuff we're gonna bring out next weekend," and blah blah blah. And I was like, "Oh, I want to go back because of the Christmas stuff." But then, once I finally got home and thought about it, I was like, "The condition of the stuff is probably going to be bad."
Yeah.
The condition of the other things, like the stuff that I bought was like brass and cast iron, so it was like not porous. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I cleaned it, so because you could just smell it. But I didn't go back. I just said I'm just gonna have to pass because I don't want to buy it and then it smells like like mildew or so. That's my haunted experience. Hi friends, be sure to join the Flipping Fantastic podcast crew for more eBay tips, reselling tricks, and all the laughs you didn't know you needed. Don't wait, click the subscribe button. The best flipping stories are yet to come.